Hey everyone, welcome back to Press Start Living, a channel dedicated to those who have a fascination for Asia and Asian lifestyle, culture and experiences. Today, we're diving headfirst into the quirky and intriguing world of Hong Kong's superstitions and taboos. Trust me, these aren't just your grandma's tales. They're a big deal in Hong Kong and can really affect daily life. So grab your popcorn and let's explore these cultural do's and don'ts and imagine the chaos when someone ignores them. Let's kick things off with numbers. Now you might think numbers are just, well, numbers, right? Harmless. But in Hong Kong, the number 4 is the equivalent of Voldemort. It must not be named or numbered. It's avoided like the last slice of pizza at a party because it sounds like the word for death. Picture this. You're in a bustling Hong Kong skyscraper, you press the elevator button and presto, there's no 4th floor. The building just skips right from 3 to 5. And if you're thinking of gifting something in sets of 4, better think twice unless you want to be subtly accused of casting a curse. I once saw a guy give a set of 4 fancy pens at a wedding. Let's just say he wasn't the most popular guest at the party. And then there's the number 8, the superstar of numbers in Hong Kong. It's like the golden retriever of digits. Loved by everyone because it sounds like wealth. Businesses and couples planning weddings scramble for anything with an 8. It's like a lucky charm for an instant money booster. Ignore this and you might just miss out on tapping into that wealth vibe. Imagine having a phone number with an 8 in it. You'd feel like you've got a financial Midas touch. Moving on to gift giving, and oh boy, it's a minefield. Shoes as gifts? Big no-no. It's like telling someone, here's your gift. Now please walk out of my life. Hilarious, right? Once, a friend of mine, a clueless but well-meaning expat, gifted his girlfriend a pair of designer shoes for her birthday. She burst into tears and asked if he was breaking up with her. Talk about a misunderstanding. They spent the next hour untangling that cultural knot. So, a word to the wise. Stick to scarves or something less. Walk away-ish. And those chopsticks, folks. If you stick them straight up in a bowl of rice, you might as well be at a funeral. It's a major mood killer at dinner. You just wanted to rest your chopsticks, and suddenly Auntie May is giving you the death glare across the table. I learned this the hard way at a dim sum restaurant where my innocent chopstick placement turned my meal into an impromptu seance. The table went silent, and I'm pretty sure I was silently voted least likely to be invited again. Now, who thought giving clocks could be controversial? In Hong Kong, gifting a clock is like sending someone off to the afterlife. So, unless you're attending a vampire-themed party, maybe stick to safer gifts like, I don't know, a nice fruit basket? I once witnessed a foreign businessman present a clock to a local partner. The horror on the recipient's face was something straight out of a horror movie. Needless to say, that business deal tick-tocked to a halt. And here's one for the new year. Don't sweep your house during the first few days of the Chinese New Year. It's like sweeping away all your good luck. Imagine winning the lottery and then accidentally throwing the ticket away. That's the level of oops we're talking about. My neighbor once threw a New Year party and started cleaning up confetti with a broom. The guests looked like they'd seen a ghost. He spent the rest of the evening trying to convince everyone that he hadn't just cursed their entire year. While we're on the Chinese New Year, crying on New Year's Day is another no-go. It sets a sad tone for the whole year. It's like starting a movie marathon with a tearjerker and then wondering why you're feeling gloomy. A friend's young son fell and started crying one New Year's Day, and you would have thought he'd unleashed Armageddon. The whole family was on edge, doing everything to turn his tears into laughter, as if they were trying to outsmart fate itself. Moving to personal hygiene, did you know that washing your hair on the first day of the new year is a real no-no? That's washing away your good luck. It's like you've been saving up karma points all year and then just decide to reset your account balance to 0. Last year I forgot this taboo and washed my hair on New Year's Day. When I told my Hong Kong friend, she gasped so loud I thought I'd accidentally dialed emergency services. Another fascinating one that might even be unavoidable depending on the layout of your home is that sleeping with your head facing the door is the ultimate bedroom faux pas in Hong Kong. They call it the death position. Talk about a nightmare setup, literally. When I first moved into my apartment in Hong Kong, I made the rookie mistake of arranging my bed so my feet pointed right at the door. My landlord came in, took one look, and nearly had a fit. He started rearranging my furniture before I could even unpack my suitcases, mumbling something about not inviting the Grim Reaper as a roommate. Needless to say, I learned to consult a feng shui map before buying furniture. Let's talk about mirrors. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the unluckiest of them all? In Hong Kong, placing a mirror directly opposite your bed is a big no-no. It's believed that mirrors can attract wandering spirits and sleeping in front of one might invite them into your dreams. Imagine waking up to see something spooky in your reflection at midnight. No thank you. I once had a friend who ignored this advice and complained about endless nightmares until he figured it out and moved the mirror. Sleep never came faster after that change. Now, next time you arrange a guys or girls night out, remember this little taboo in Hong Kong. We have the taboo against whistling at night. You might think it's just a cheerful tune, but in Hong Kong, it's said to summon spirits and bad luck. It's like accidentally calling a ghostly gathering with your melody. I remember a night out when a tourist started whistling while we walked past a quiet park. Let's just say the locals were not amused and hurried him along with wide-eyed urgency. And speaking of nighttime, here's another one that will get you a load of trouble with the spirits. Don't open umbrellas indoors, especially at night. It's considered not only bad luck, but also an invitation for evil spirits to hide under the umbrella with you. It's like opening a tent at a ghost camp. A visitor once opened an umbrella inside a local shop to dry it off, and the shopkeeper's face turned white as a sheet. Moving on to something a bit lighter, haircuts. Avoid getting a haircut on Tuesdays. It's traditionally seen as a day with bad luck for haircuts, and many barbershops are actually closed. It's like trying to cut away good luck along with your split ends. I had a friend who didn't know this, got a Tuesday trim, and then had a week filled with minor misfortunes. Coincidence? Maybe, but why risk it? And now, here's one for those FU who are business-minded, and in Hong Kong who isn't business-minded. Don't flip over a fish once you've finished one side during a meal. It's believed to symbolize a boat capsizing, which brings bad luck, especially to fishermen or anyone involved in business. Think of it as flipping your fortune away. I've seen a businessman correct a colleague's attempt at flipping a fish during a dinner. It turned into a quick lesson on local dining etiquette. Talking about mealtime and the amazing culinary arts in Hong Kong cuisine, here's one about chopstick etiquette. You are supposed to avoid sticking your chopsticks vertically into a bowl of food, not just rice. It resembles incense sticks burning at a shrine, which is linked to death and mourning. I once did this at a street food stall without thinking, and the vendor looked at me as if I had two heads. Planning a baby for your super cramped and tiny shoebox Hong Kong home? Well, just wait for this one. Pregnant women, pay attention to this. Avoid using glue. It's believed that using glue during pregnancy might cause a difficult or sticky birth. A colleague of mine was crafting some DIY baby room decorations and was quickly advised to put the glue away and opt for safer assembly options. And here's a quirky but serious one. Don't sing or hum while eating. This might sound fun, but it's actually considered bad luck because it's believed you're inviting ghosts to dine with you. It's like setting an extra place at the table for a ghostly guest. At a family dinner, a young cousin started humming a tune and was swiftly shushed by everyone at the table. Regarding construction, never carry a hoe into your house. If you do, it's believed that you're digging into your own prosperity. It's as if you're hoeing away your wealth and well-being. I watched a new neighbor do this and then struggle for months with various household mishaps and repairs. Lastly, avoid pointing at the moon with your finger. Legends say that pointing at the moon can offend the moon goddess, resulting in your ears being chopped off as punishment. While you won't literally lose your ears, why tempt fate with lunar deities? I jokingly pointed at the moon once, and my grandmother scolded me so fast it was like she had superpowers. And lastly, tapping someone on the shoulder, especially when they're gambling, is considered bad luck. It's like hitting pause on their winning streak. Do it, and you might find yourself uninvited to the next poker night. I once tapped a friend on the shoulder while he was on a hot streak at a mahjong game. The room went cold, and let's just say, I ended up buying a lot of apology dim sum the next day to smooth things over. So, there you have it, folks. Navigating the cultural landscape of Hong Kong can be as tricky as walking through a minefield blindfolded. But hey, when in Rome, or in this case Hong Kong, do as the Hong Kongers do. Remember, it's all about keeping the good vibes rolling. So, hit that like button and please remember to subscribe too if you learned something new, and share this video with your friends to save them from some major cultural faux pas. Press Start Living is your window to the daily rhythms and rich cultural tapestry that make this continent an endless source of fascination and wonder. From morning markets in Hong Kong to the neon-lit nights in Tokyo, experience the everyday wonders of Asian life. Learn about the traditions, festivals, and customs that define and distinguish each Asian culture. We offer comprehensive advice for English-speaking tourists, expats, and residents. Savor the flavors of Asia's diverse cuisines, from street food gems to fine dining delights. Please subscribe as it really helps the channel. Stay safe and see you in the next one.